Hello everyone and welcome to this week's new video. This week, as you can tell, I'm going to be filming my journal flip through. It's only going to be a halfway point because it has already gotten very chunky, and I figured that I would need to do a journal part 1 and part 2 in order to be able to explain everything and not make a super long video. So here we go. This journal I got in 2015 at Target. It has these cute like warm colored watercolor on both pages, both covers, and there's this heart here which repeats on every single page. That does get a little bothersome, like here, but I've gotten used to it. Sometimes I end up covering it anyway, so it's not that bad. Going ahead and opening the notebook, the journal. This is where I just write my name, and if lost, please contact, and I leave my phone number, so obviously I'm covering that. I'm writing when I started it, which is May 18th, 2017, and I'm still currently using it. This page kind of ended up an accident, or like this picture I printed out as a test photo from my dad's photo printer, and then it turned out pretty good, so I wanted to keep it. And it's just me, my mom and my dad at my prom, at my pre-prom, and then it just turned into a page of pictures of people who are important to me. So that's my boyfriend, and then me and my sister at Gov Ball, and then I wanted to take more pictures on my Polaroid so I can include it on this back cover as well. So anyway, I started the first entry on May 18th, 2017, Thursday, and I included a cute little Woodstock picture that came in a pack of stickers that my boyfriend gave me. And this was my first entry, and I was writing about why it's taken me so long to begin my new journal, and then writing about the photo printer and how my dad would probably be so angry at me for wasting so much ink trying to get it right, and then using my Polaroid for the first time. This was the first picture that my boyfriend got of me. And then moving on, talking about wanting to upload better video quality, so talking about whether I should get a better camera or a ring light or something like that. And then I took my boyfriend to this cute little cafe in the neighborhood, and it was really good, and I kept the little napkin holder. My boyfriend Coda got me sick, and then on Wednesday, my mom, my sister, and I went to this place called Thai Tony's, which was really good, and I stuck in the takeout menu here. This just became a collage of things that were like in my purse and stuff. It was 93 degrees one day, and I got to class really early, so I got a double scoop ice cream, and then these were wrappers that Coda gave me at work because I was getting sick, and someone at work found my channel, and that was embarrassing because he's like 40 something and has children. So Coda's brother went to the Juilliard pre-college, and it was his graduation, so he had a performance, and I went to go watch that, and I just included the program in here. I had to cut it down a lot, as you can see, to be able to fit it in here. Made it as a tip-in, and then just wrote about the performance and how my outfit was bomb as fuck. This, I wrote a little summary about this book I read called In the Woods by Tana French. It was like recommended to my friend Samantha, but I was looking through it because I needed books to read, and I ended up really liking it, so I put all her other books on hold at the library as well. My boyfriend and I took Wednesday to go to the Bronx Zoo because it's free, and it's just pay by donation. So I included our ticket and made a little folder to include things. I think that's it, yeah. Our receipt from the Dunkin' Donuts that we went to before we went, and then the Bronx Zoo map, and then included this in here. My mom had gone to Hawaii, and one of my best friends, Natsu, was in the friggin' Bahamas with her boyfriend's family, and I was just talking about wanting to go on vacation really badly because I was still in finals. And then my friends were going to May training before summer camp, and I was just getting really jealous because I wasn't going to camp, and I was worried I would get FOMO. I just randomly found this old receipt in my wallet, and I had written something about that because she got my order wrong. And And this is just a lot of ranting and a note from work saying that I miss writing in my journal because I've been spending so much time with Coda. So I feel like I never have time to journal anymore. Coda and I went to Cozy Soup and Burger, and then I paid a 40% tip, not realizing it. A takeout menu from Kung Fu, and then a cup holder, though that's not what it's called, from Starbucks. Coda and I got fined by the MTA because we swiped in together, but I guess that happens to every New Yorker, right? So then I was just ranting about the police officers who seemed really incompetent and spelled everything wrong, even though it was on our ID and everything like that. So I had to pay the fine, and I was just really angry. They held us up, so we were like kind of late, so he took me to Umami Burger for the first time, and we kind of had to rush eating so we can make it to the movie, but it was really amazing. I wish I'd gotten the chance to eat it when I went to Japan. I definitely want to go back. It's amazing. And then we went to go see Get Out finally. It was really good. Definitely worth the hype. Yes, if you haven't seen it yet, which I'm not sure why you wouldn't, I definitely recommend it. In Japan, full month after Valentine's Day, there's an event called White Day, and Valentine's Day is typically in Japan, girls give boys chocolates, and then on White Day on March 14th, boys return chocolates to the girls. And so my boyfriend hadn't done that for me because I sent him chocolates in Japan, so he finally took the time and we went to Jacques before work, and I just put these in and talked about the chocolate box work stuff. Coda took me to Panera for the first time. I even saved the damn chips bag, and I talked about my experience there. June 1st, I hung out with Samantha, and she took me to the Museum of Chinese America. We met at the Grey Dog for lunch, and it was really good, and then we walked to the museum because on the first Thursday of every month, it is free admission, so she took me there, and I wrote about that. And then it was Gov Ball, so I just took a business card from one of the places I got a lemonade from, and it included the sticker, a fail Polaroid that someone took of my sister and I, and then I just wrote about our whole experience and how it was my first time and it was my sister's second time, but I'm really glad that I went with my sister instead. And so this is like the information thing that came in the little box with your ticket. So I wrote a lot, included all the stickers, and then I ended up cutting off my wristband and saving it in my memory box. Yeah, so I wrote a lot of just reflection, things to do for next year if I do want to go, the experience listening to Lorde for the first time, which was amazing. She is truly iconic, and she is such a beautifully spiritual person. It was such a rewarding experience to be able to attend Gov Ball and listen to her. And I was never really a big Lorde fan, but honestly after this it changed me, and I love her new album. This, I wrote the entry at work, so this is why it's like pasted in here weird, and it just opens up like this, and same thing on this side, and then I included the Polaroid of our date night, and then the card of the restaurant that we went to. Another Kung Fu tea receipt because we are always going there, and after date night we had been planning to go to Wonder Woman, but the movie times were all just so late, or like we couldn't bring in our food, like our takeout food that we couldn't finish at the restaurant, so we decided to leave and go the next day instead. So we went to Wonder Woman because my boss let us off together at work, and we got off early, so we went to go see Wonder Woman then, and it was good, but I do have my reservations because I don't think paying for a superhero movie is worth it. Nor was paying for 3D because it was barely even 3D at all. Basically like 2 scenes were, and I didn't see any changes, so I didn't think it was worth paying for in 3D or paying for superhero movies. I will watch it if it's on like Netflix or something, and I might order it. The only reason why I paid to go watch it is because Coda really wanted to go see it, but it is a good movie. Superhero movies, ugh. So we wrote about that and how we got a large popcorn, and we were the first ones in the theater. And then it was one of my best friend's pre-prom night. She invited us to her pre-prom because pre-prom was organized by her school, so we went to go take pictures and watch her get ready at school, at her friend's house, and how amazing she looked, and how I missed my pre-prom because that was probably the best part of prom. And then I included some badly printed pictures of our time there. This was the pre-prom that the school organized, and they had a photo booth and like food and everything, and a professional photographers going around taking pictures of people. This was like meeting her school friends for the first time and how worlds were colliding. This is just a random page. I took measurements of my journal so that I knew what size to cut out pieces of paper at work if I ever wanted to write. So these are all just work entries about things that happened at work that bothered me and stuff. Koda and I went to this Japanese restaurant called Yuka over on the Upper East Side because we really wanted sushi and we heard there was an all-you-can-eat option. But honestly, the service here was really terrible. I don't recommend it if you're ever in New York. Don't come eat sushi here. The service was really slow, and at the end the server basically begged me for a tip, and it made me feel really uncomfortable. And everything just took really long. The food's like okay, and the servers don't pay any attention to you, and the whole experience made me feel uncomfortable. And this was the menu that you're given if you choose the all-you-can-eat option. And I just wrote about the whole awful experience there. And then it was my mom's birthday dinner, and we went to the place where I work. So we got the course meal, and I just explained everything that we did and how my sister and I paid for dinner as a birthday present to my mom. And I included the menu here. And since I work there, they upgraded our menu. And the head chef there and my mom used to work together, so they reminisced a little. New entry, my friend Samantha is interning out of state, so I just wrote her address so I can write her some letters. I finished editing one of my videos, and I decided to bake some brownies and then go surprise Koda at the train station before work so he can have them, and how I hadn't baked in so long, so I need to perfect my recipes more, but he enjoyed them, so that was the good part. Before going to my mom's birthday dinner, we went shopping, or like window shopping originally, but I ended up finding sandals that I really liked, so they were from Steve Madden, and I just wrote about the window shopping experience, before mom's birthday dinner recap. And how I'm really happy with my new sandals, because I never used to buy sandals because I would just go to camp every year and we could only wear closed-toed shoes, which is why the only sandals I wore at camp were my jelly sandals and Crocs. So I was really excited now that I wasn't going to camp anymore. Well, that's sad, but now I can buy cute shoes for this summer. And how I'm making a goal for June to try to spend as little money as possible, which worked for the most part. And I was excited because I had 190 subscribers at that moment. I got my period at work, and I didn't have Advil. My eyes were like glazing over and I almost passed out, so my boss let me go home early. And then a celebrity came to work, so that was really cool. But I couldn't remember his name or where I'd seen him before. But eventually, one of my boss's friends had come that day, and he's like an editor, so he told us who he was. And then I created a YouTube goal for myself for this summer, was for 250 subscribers, and I think at this moment I have 244, and that's really exciting for me. I didn't even think that I would make that this summer, so thank you all so much. That's really exciting for me, and I'm really glad you enjoy watching my videos. I had made this goal from this entry at 1:38 a.m. and then at 3:23 when I looked back, I have reached 200 subscribers. So that was already just a lot for me because it took a while to get to 100 too, but people say that after 100 it gets easier, so that was really exciting. I made a list of shows that I need to catch up on Hulu, shows that I needed to start on Hulu, shows that I needed to start on Netflix, and shows that I needed to finish on Netflix. And so then I went off checking whatever. I haven't gone to any of new ones on Netflix because I'm still watching these shows, or these two shows. Another tip in from work, and then video ideas for the summer. Koda and I went to Udon West after work one day, and I don't really like how this turned out, but this is what we ordered. I made a 2C list of things that I could find in cutouts for magazines and newspapers, and so I just have here Zookeeper's Wife Beatrice at Dinner, Me Before You, Pianist, Fences, Love Actually, which is crazy that I've never seen that, $1 Million Baby, Sweeney Todd, The Demon Barber of Fleet Street, Captain America Civil War, which I did watch. It was pretty boring. You know, it was on my Netflix queue, it was alright. And Kong Skull Island, even though this is only given 3 stars. Because I love Brie Larson. I made a list for what's currently in my Netflix queue, and blue is for TV shows, pink is for movies, and I've just been checking off things that I'm watching because this keeps me accountable, because I hoard stuff to watch on my Netflix queue and I never get to them, so this way I can check stuff off and make sure that I'm getting to them. Because sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm not really in the mood to watch this movie, or I don't really want to watch this while I eat this food, which is really stupid. So this way I can watch everything on my list. Okay, a couple days ago I wrote that I had gotten 200 subscribers and that my goal for the summer was to reach 250 subscribers. And in just one day, my subscriber count was building a lot more quickly than I expected it to, so that was a really amazing experience for me. And how also I was in a rut because I didn't know what to film. So I kind of just had to figure out, and I was in desperate need for a video to film this week and upload, but it worked out. Here are some snack wrappers of Japanese snacks that I love. And then I went camp shopping with Mai and Alyssa, because that's one of my favorite parts if we're going to camp. And then we went to like thrift shops, and there was this random Nesquik car that was giving out free Nesquik, so we got that. And then Mai and I went to Muji, and someone left this envelope that said Noa, which is my name, you know, without the H, but I thought that was crazy, so I kept the letter, which might be a little intrusive, but it didn't say anything. It was just like a congratulations graduation letter from their grandma, which is a little sad, but I thought it was creepy that I found a letter addressed to kind of me. And then Muji has these little stamps, and I didn't have my journal with me, so I put it on these notepad papers and then ended up gluing them in here. This is another work entry about how my head kept hurting, and how I should start drinking more water. And then random assortments like the Muji business card, another snack. I finished the snack, so I cut out the bag and put it in the little mascot. A ticket stub for Split that my sister and I went to go see in February. And then I went to Sundays and Cones after work, and it was really good there. It's in the East Village on like East 10th Street, I think, so go check it out. It's really good. My sister brought me home some magazines and newspapers from work so I can cut them up and add them to my journaling collection. And so I create like journal prompts for myself by cutting them out. And this reminded me of something that my mom said about why Japanese people are the shortest Asians, because we eat so much fish. And I just thought this was hilarious. If you've seen my other journal flip through, you would know my political opinions, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. June 26, 2017 was the 20th anniversary of when Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone first came out, and it was perfect because on this day my sister and I were actually planning to go to Harry Potter trivia night at this bar, and it's planned through this organization called Trivia AD, I think. And they do it all over New York and some parts of Delaware apparently, and we got second place, which I thought was really amazing. We named ourselves Weasley as our king, and we had the goal to be placed in the top 10, and we ended up placing second place. That was really awesome. My sister and I grew up reading Harry Potter. Even our mom read it, so that was just really exciting because we placed much higher than we expected to. So I included the receipt, and during the lightning round they weren't going to repeat any questions, so questions that we didn't know the answer to, so we just wrote them down in case we can go back to them. And then I did some Harry Potter doodles. I'm not the doodling person, so I looked these up, but yeah. These, I made some doodles at work as well. It's really slow at work. Did a lot of journaling. My mom and I weren't doing anything on this Wednesday, the 28th of June, so she suggested that we go get some ice cream or something. So we asked my sister, we invited her too because it was close to when she was going to get out of work. So we window shopped in Soho for a while to meet her because we had decided to go to Taiyaki NYC. And it was really good. It was really hyped up. Oh, also my mom found a lipstick that she liked at Sephora, so she got it. And the ice cream was really good. Just the taiyaki itself was kind of dry, but apparently it's supposed to be that way, so the ice cream doesn't make it extra soggy or something, but it was really good. I just wrote a lot about like which toppings we got and stuff. And then this was a YouTube entry, so currently I had 221 subscribers, and I was just writing about the new video that I was doing for my water journey and how much I was tracking how much water I was drinking in the week that I was doing it. And then I just uploaded my what's in my summer morning routine. So I'm doing a new thing for the summer of not spending an hour in my bed looking through my phone and just getting up right away and then looking at my phone while I eat breakfast and stuff instead. One morning I was washing out my water bottle and I was listening to some Spotify, and it got me into a dancing mood. So I did Zumba on the Wii, and then I just wrote about how much I missed dancing and how I wanted to attend a class during the summer. This I was saving for a page for my subscriber graph that I'm making and that I'm later gonna paste in here. June was Pride Month, and this was from the magazine that my sister got me, and those are cleared out after like a year, or like they're really old, so I got them late. So I included it late, but happy Pride Month. Just a lot of writing. And then another work entry about how it was July 4th, so my mom, my sister, Coda, and I went to get lunch. And then at 3:21 a.m., I did a bunch of BuzzFeed quizzes, and these are the results. I thought this was funny, the type of dog I would be, because it said Siberian Husky. Huskies are my boyfriend's favorite type of dog. And so I thought that was funny. I don't think I'm a Siberian Husky. I'm a dog person, but my personality is definitely a cat. Also, Harry Potter character I am based on my literary preferences, and I got Hermione Granger. My height through my rom-com boyfriend creation was 5'3", which is pretty close. From The Breakfast, they got 20 female, which was very close because I turned 20 this year. From planning a man's outfit and will tell you what you want in a boyfriend, and they said humor, which is one of the things that I actually love about my boyfriend. And when his family asked me what I liked about him, I said humor, and so I thought that was super creepy. I wrote an entry. I figured out a way to film without having like overhead videos like this without having my legs creep into it, so this is working out. And I really like that I did this washi tape. I just liked it. It gave it a really clean feel, and it shows that one entry was written here and finished here. My sleep schedule's really fucked up because I couldn't sleep till 5:30 one time, and I'm writing this entry at 4:01 a.m. and how I really wanted to use my watercolors because I bought them and I hadn't used them at all. From the magazines and stuff that my sister gave me, I had been creating my own journal prompts, so I cut out a bunch of alcoholic drinks and then wrote about how everyone my age, especially in college, is super all about drinking and getting drunk every weekend. How I don't understand the desire to drink. I'm not that type of person. I don't like alcohol. Maybe I'll like super sweet drinks, which is why the only place I could drink was Japan, and things like that. And then I finally used my watercolors. Yay! It was supposed to be a mix of like the pink and the purple, and I used the purple a lot, but it ended up only showing up on the edges, and this color was a mistake. But this is a song that I'm really liking. It's called Wearing Nothing by Dagny, and it sounds really inappropriate, but I thought it was really cute that like you're just this in love with someone that you're really comfortable in wanting to be with them. And I was only gonna do the lines that I liked, but I had enough space because the paint bled through, so I just did the whole song. The 96th page is exactly my halfway point of this journal, and I have written in it a couple times since, obviously, because the time that I finished it was July 6th and it's later than that. So this is just part one of my video. It's pretty long and it's been chunky so far, so the second half I'm worried, so I've been like doing more writing rather than pasting in a lot of stuff. But I love pasting in. I love being able to like remember everything the way that it looks like this, and just, you know, having all the details from this. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed. I definitely am going to be doing a lot more journal flip throughs, so please subscribe down below so you get notifications on when I do videos like that. I'll have my journaling playlist linked as well, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.